You're listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair on RLM Radio.
The girl of your dreams has got to be in some bar.
Sorry, boys and girls, but this is X-rated. So if you're under 18...
Get out, goddammit!
Get the point? Good.
And now?
Bend over.
Y'all ready for this?
Get it up. Get it up. I can't wait anymore.
I like to watch.
Whatever you desire. I know you like it.
We do it all night long.
And now, your host, Grammy.
That was interesting. Oh, Lord. It is a Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday, let me tell you. Holy crap and holy. I got all kind of weird shit going on here. Yeah, my internet is kind of hinky today. So, yeah, things are going to be fun, I think. Yeah, do. Hey there, hi there, ho there, everybody. This is Grammy Mary, and you are listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3. Also on the RLMradio.xyz site, the RLM TuneIn radio station, the RLM Spreaker channel. Thankfully, it finally started, and the RLM, internet radio? I have no frickin' clue. I got entirely too many things running around in my pea brain right now. Oh, it's Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday. Oh, really, Grimmy? Wow. Okay, yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on, but yeah, things are really kind of funky going on around here. Thank you, Barman, by the way, for tweeting me over there on Twitter. I'm going to go ahead and shut that bad boy down, because, yeah, I got all kind of things messing with my wee little computer, or at least my internet, so I'm not gonna push things, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Whack-a-silly. Wow, that's because I just flat-ass can't decide if I want to be silly or wacky or, wow, a combination of the two, that's just, the earth might implode. It just might. Just putting that out there. That's over here on the corner pocket, which, by the way, I did get the duck. Quack, 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 quack. Okay, and Lochner's over here. Talos is over here. Talos is very good. Give me surprised and pleased. Hi. Surprised and pleased. I'm surprised it's working because it kind of froze up. Yeah. And now I'm pleased because it's no longer froze up. So there you go, Talos. That's about as close as you're going to get. Okay, hon? Okay, over here on this Freedoms Network, I saw Estrella is over here. She is sharing all kind of things, like, the Manchester bombing was a false flag, which would not shock me one damn bit. I mean, they're trying to get us scared. They're trying to implement all of this other fun stuff, and it's like, really? Seriously? I don't know that I believe any of the shit y'all put out there anymore. I also see Grimmy is over here. Thank you, Grimmy, for sharing that link that I am now live. No, not Memorex. I really am live right now. I see Agent X has been posting some things as well over here. And by the way, big shout out to JJ's. Thank you, hun, for the entertainment earlier today. Didn't really get much of a chance to interact in the chit chat, but I did listen a little, and then I got busy and had to pull my earbud because customers and things. They expect me to actually earn my paycheck. Go figure. I hate when that happens. I needed a sip of beverage. Yes. That's right, Sock. I am. You go, girlfriend. Okay, I'm doing the little chair dancing, and the cat is looking at me like, would you cut that shit out? I just got comfortable. Over here on Facebook. Hi, Ignacio. How are you doing? Thanks for sending me that link, sweetheart. I will check it out after. Actually, not after the show, because guess what? I got a dinner date after the show. I know. It's like, how cool is that? Somebody else is fixing me a meal. I love it. I love it. Hi, Jerry. I see you, sweetie. Thank you for sharing that, hon. And I also see the lovely Mary B is over here as well. And let's see, where else do I need to go? I've been to the corner pocket. I've been playing with Sock. Hi, Sock. How you doing? I did see in the chat the other day, someone said something about for $9.95, I would talk dirty to him. Mud, boogers, shit. Is that the kind of dirty you're wanting, hon, or are you wanting something different? I can do that too, but it'll cost you $19.95. Okay, now over here to the RLM, which is where you need to be if you want to give me static. Holy smokes, look at that Bitcoin go. Oh, it's down from what it was earlier today. Okay. In the RLM, which is where I'm at right now and where you need to be, I see right up top is Barman, the most splendiferous bot in the whole wide world. The most whack-a-doodle bot in the whole wide world is Talos, because, wow, some of the shit that comes out of his cybernetic mouth is like, damn, even I don't think of stuff like that. And I can think of some pretty weird shit. Trust me. But Barman is just splendiferous. Closely followed by Grimner, who is the RLM god. Don't you know? I think Circles mentioned that earlier today. I also see the lovely Kate is in the house. Hey there, Kate, how you doing? And looky there, Alias D, or Aliased, however you wish to pronounce that, is in the house, as well as Asmo. Asmo, you're loitering around that cleavage area. Okay, so go figure. Beetle! Hi, Beetle. How you doing, hon? I got to say hi to you earlier today, but that was about all the interaction I got to do. I also see the lovely Beth Z is here, and she shared a link to me earlier this week, and thanks, hon. I'm going to get to that here in just a little bit. I also see Chalcedony is in the chat. Hey there, Chalcedony. Got that going on, don't you? And looky there, a double dip and a Chloe. Hey there, woman. How you doing? As well as yours truly is in the house. Kind of, sort of, if I don't have too much of a lag going on. I also see IB Don C, who is now retired as opposed to just being tired. And Java Doctor 2 is here. Hey there, sweetheart. I'm actually finishing up the cup of coffee from work, so thanks, sweetie. You know, if you want to give me a refill, I'd truly appreciate it. Looky there, JJ's is logged in. I don't know if he's listening or not, but hey there, JJ's. How you doing, sweetheart? And Meisterbrower, party. How you doing, hun? P. Bunyan is also logged in. Hey there, P. Bunyan. Been felling any trees lately? And Rob Works is here. Rob Works is cooking, and he fired up the bubbler. So it's like, damn, he's doing double duty. Sweet. No, not the kind of duty that's the stinky kind of duty. He's doing some really cool duty. Different spelling, don't you know? I also see Trust Number 1 is in the house, as opposed to Trust No One. And Woodman is here, so hey, I think somebody's got a multiple personality thing going on in the chat. How fun is that? I also see Phantom is here. Hi there, Phantom. How you doing, sweetie? As well as BTC Bob, the first of the Bob triplets. And Dimma is here. Hi there, Dimma. I beat you to the best friendin' of that ducky, don't you know? And Jehovah One. Hi, Jehovah. Thank you for giving us a sunshiny, not quite so breezy day today. I truly do appreciate that, because I was getting really, really tired of the soggy. Unfortunately, tomorrow night I have an appointment, and Friday I have radio, and Saturday I have radio, and then I have another date. Film at 11. You wish. I'm going to be busy all weekend, so I don't know if I'm going to get to mow or not. Shit. Get the swather out, or the goat, one of the two. Where was I at? Juana Taco. Hi, Juana Taco. How you doing, sweetie? And looky there, Kozu. What's flashing over there in the corner pocket? Yes. Oh. Moved from the missionary. Well, so he's decided to be Australian, eh? You know the difference between a French kiss and an Australian kiss, don't you, Sock? Well, basically the same thing, but the Australian one is down under. Ba-boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you heard it live on the radio. Now you're traumatized for life, and I'm not one bit sorry either. So there. Okay, where was I at? Kozu! Hi there, Kozu. How you doing? I also see the lovely Mary B is in the house. She's the one that you would need to ask about that whole Australian kiss thing. See if that's true or not. I also see... I love you, sister. I see Bot is it wow. Bot, hi hun. Nelson Dubois is here as well. And looky there, North Force logged in, and now it looks like he's kind of sort of away for now. Pon Sauce is here. As well as the lovely rain, which has not fallen from the sky in like a day and a half. Yay! But she's in the chat, and that's even better. That's a wonderful place for her to be. And looky there, Sock Puppet is here. Hey there, Sock. How you doing, sweetie? And the other two Bobs in the house. Stats Bob and Tip Bob. And to round out the crew, the one, the only, the Vil E _ What happens in the Outback stays in the Outback. Out back behind the woodshed. Oh, there's going to be some whooping going on, but I don't know if... Wow. You know, we're starting to get a wee bit cramped. You're going to have to put us outside here eventually. And I thought about it. I really seriously thought about doing that last night, but the breeze was so chilly. And this morning when I got up, it was 36 degrees, and I went, I'm really glad I didn't put them tomatoes out. They would have gone into shock. So... Hopefully, you know, if I get done one of these days, I might actually get that done tomorrow. You never know. Okay, let's see. Been to the gym. There's a new machine there. I'd only used it for an hour, and as I started to feel sick, it's great. I got a Kit Kat bar, Mars bar crisps, and everything in it. Oh, sweet. That machine. Oh, good one, David. Thanks. I just saw the little guy going, yeah. So I had to read it. Okay. Over to this link that the lovely Beth shared with me. I think this is the one that she shared with me. I think, therefore I am. As soon as it pulls... Yeah, this is it. Okay, this is from heatstreet.com. Thank you once again, Beth, for this. Professor pulls off clever hoax with penis paper. I didn't know that you could roll it in paper. I thought that was for a different kind of joint. I didn't realize. Moving along. Exposes. Ooh, it's exposed. Exposed, or it's an expose of liberal academia. Ah. So, philosopher Peter... Man, I'm just not going to get away from having the dirty mind with this article. I can tell that right now. Philosopher Peter Boghossian and mathematician James Lindsay perpetrated a hoax intended to expose gender studies as a sham. And they succeeded. Ta-ta-ta-ta! Much like tatas, which... Yeah, I have some of those. The respected professor submitted an absurd article which blamed penises for global warming. Hey. Well, you know, you do when you interact. I don't think you need to tell me about that, do you? If you don't know by now, I'm sorry. So, to a respected peer-reviewed academic journal, no less. Wow. Which gullibly printed it. Whee! You know, kind of like some of the articles that I read, and then someone tells me that's fake news. Really? Really? Yeah. Really? I enjoyed the hell out of reading it. So, in perpetrating their hoax, the professors say that they sought to expose academia as shallow, credulous, and painfully politically correct. Painfully. Politically correct is painful to me anyway. So, you know, that's like just adding icing on the cake. You know, like about 5-inch thick layer of icing on a 2-inch cake. Ack. Their clever hoax echoes what's becomes known as the Sokol affair, okay, in which physics professor Anne Sokol infamously debunked postmodernism to be intellectual fraud. Okay, there's an awful lot of that going on around here. You know, just because you claim to be an intellectual does not mean you are not a fraud. There's an awful lot of people that have a piece of paper that's in a frame on the wall that I think are the biggest frauds and the biggest shams there are on the planet. That piece of paper doesn't even work good for toilet paper because it's damn rough. Don't you know? And it you know, that little gold seal would probably chafe. 2 decades ago, Sokol submitted an article peppered with nonsense that flattered the ideological predispositions of the editors of Social Text, an academic journal dedicated to postmodernist thought. Postmodernist thought. Aren't we modern now? So it's after modern. What comes after modern? I don't know, because right now we're modern, aren't we? He proposed that quantum gravity is a social and linguistic construct. Well, it could be. And it was published without academic peer review. Why? Because, well, it was published, and therefore it must be true. Kind of like it was on the internet, therefore it must be true. This was betraying the field's lack of intellectual rigor. That rigor goes along with that global warming from penises, you know. It's the only, moving along. Writing under pseudonyms, authors Boghossian, associate professor of philosophy at Portland State University, wow, and Lindsay repeated the effort with an article or academic article on the conceptual penis. A conceptual penis. Wow. So if you just have the concept of a penis, can you identify as a penis? I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are identifying as all kinds of other things that they conceive of, so why not? This also theorizes, among other things, that man-spreading is akin to man raping the empty space around him. Man-spreading. What is man-spreading? I'm missing out on something here. See, that's what happens when you're out of the loop for so long. Oh, well. In an article, the conceptual penis is a social construct. Okay. Published by Cogent Social Sciences. The authors present male genitalia as a harmful social meme that engenders toxic expression of masculinity. Really? Huh. Toxic. I thought that was only if he had the clap. What? Oh my goodness, there's an article, there's a link off to the side that I just might have to go to as well. In any case, the Gender Studies publication describes itself as a multidisciplinary open access journal offering high quality peer review across social sciences, from law to sociology, politics to geography. Well, I guess it depends on where you're at as to what kind of, whether you're hooded or not. Yes, dear. Manspreading. It's a term used by third-wave feminists to describe men who spread their legs, particularly on subways. To make room for their genitalia. Well, I would imagine if you sit with your legs really close together, especially if you're somewhat endowed, that would be rather uncomfortable. You know, it's kind of like wearing those underwire bras that uplift and smoosh together. It's like, ow, ow. That's not a comfortable feeling. Thank you, Sock. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna click the link because it looks like there's quite a bit more to that definition. Sorry for the squirrel. Okay, so manspreading is a term used by third-wave feminists to describe men who spread their legs, particularly on subway trains, to make room for their genitalia. However, when women set large purses and shopping bags next to them and take up another seat, it goes unnoticed and is generally dismissed because men are disgusting pigs and penises are bad. So if you're a big bag seat hogger, okay, so if the guys have a big bag, they have to sit uncomfortable. But it's okay if women have big bags and they take up 2 seats with them. Alrighty. Thanks for that, Sock. Now back to this article. This public service announcement was brought to you by Sock Puppet over in the corner pocket. Okay. Okay, the authors even slipped in hilarious descriptions of the penis. Oh, they slipped it in. Moving along. So, still, as a social construct, the conceptual penis is hopelessly dominated by recalcitrant social constructions that favor hypermasculine interpretations of the penis as a notion unjustly associated with high male value, according to Schwab and Wolkomer in 2001. Many cisgendered hypermasculine males, for instance, seem to identify those aspects of their masculinity upon which they most obviously depend with the notion that they carry their penis as a symbol of male power, domination, control, capability, desirability, and aggression. Well, I always thought it was referred to as a gear shift and ball bearings, so that was from National Coalition of Men, and they compile a list of synonyms for the word penis. Those include the terms beaver basher, craniacs. You know how hard it is to try and read this shit and try and sound professional? Good thing I'm not a professional at this. Okay. Custard launcher. I have never heard that one. I can't wait to use that. Okay. Custard launcher, huh? Okay. Dagger, heat-seeking moisture missile. Mayo shooting hot dog gun. Oh, Beth. Thank you so much, Beth. Wow. Pork sword. And a yogurt shotgun. And to think, yesterday I was bitching because one of my coworkers come around the corner and damn near smashed into my yogurt. Wow, that gives me a whole new mental image. Oh my. Wow. Apparently that's based upon appreciable corpus of feminist literature on the penis. This troubling identification results as an effective yeah, that. It's a really big word that I have no freaking clue what it is, but what the hell. It's linking the conceptual penis to the toxic hypermasculinity. Well, oh, hi there, Peter. You're kind of cute. The paper states that the penis is a form of hegemonic masculinity and cultural construction presented in the essence of the hard-on. Oh, I'm blushing. And it even argues that man-made climate change is happening because of the patriarchal power dynamics, which, once again, I think if you were to put that into use, there would be an awful lot of expelling of hot air, just from what I remember. Oh, Lordy Beth. Woman, thank you. Okay. So, Boghossian and Lindsay reveal their hoax in a paper at Skeptics magazine, and they explain this already damning characterization of our hoax understates our paper's lack of fitness for academic publication by orders of magnitude. Magnitude, I've seen some of size. So it's magnitude of, wow, mental image. Moving along, we didn't try to make the paper coherent. Instead, we stuffed it full of jargon. Oh, man. I am going to really be in trouble. Wow. Like discursive. And, yeah, there you go. Isomorphism. There! I said it! I have no idea what it means, but I said it. It's nonsense. Like arguing that hyper-masculine men are both inside and outside of certain discourses at the same time. Wow, if they are, they're very talented. They must have two. Red flag phrases like pre-post patriarchal society. What? Huh? Lewd references to slang terms for the penis, insulting phrasing regarding men, including referring to some men who choose not to have children as being unable to coerce a mate. Really? Maybe they just wear that raincoat in the shower all the time because they don't want to go forth and procreate because, well, they know what they're like, and they don't think they need a lot of mini-me's around. I don't know. Oh, and the allusion, not illusion, allusion to rape. We stated that manspreading is a complaint levied against men for sitting with their legs spread wide open, is akin to raping the empty space around them. Oh, so instead of, them just spreading their legs and just, having empty space around them, you with your big bags take up all of that space around you. So which is worse? Just opening up and giving some air to the junk and having empty space around them, or taking up all the space with all your big ass bags? After completing the paper, we read it carefully to ensure it didn't say anything meaningful. And as neither of us could determine what it is actually about, we deemed it a success. Well, you guys did a splendiferous job. I'm actually going to have to find that paper. Is there a link to it? Oh, there is. Oh, I might have to read that. So, just as Sokol laid... Wow. Wow, you guys are just really, you're punny couple of guys. Laid bare the academic navel-gazing associated with postmodernist studies, Peter Boghossian and James Lindsay exposed the progressive left's adherence to moral orthodoxy, a poor substitute to intellectual rigor. Oh, wow. We sought to demonstrate that a desire for a certain moral view of the world to be validated could overcome the critical assessment required for legitimate scholarship, they wrote. Particularly, we suspected that gender studies is crippled academically by an overriding, almost religious belief that maleness is the root of all evil. On the evidence, our suspicion was justified. The root of all evil. Well, I've heard it referred to as root, but I'm thinking that, you know, those pink hats, and now the new thing of the white pants with the red splotch in the crotch, that's pretty frickin' vile. And vile and evil use the same letters. They're just kind of scrabbled up a little bit. So, wow. That's just really, really sad. Wow. Oh, my goodness. These people. I don't know, Grimmy. Is a penis a concept or a notion? Or is it I'm thinking it's an exclamation point. Or at least that's as it should be. Rusty trombone. Honey, you need to clean it better if it's rusty. Okay, I got to click on this and see if is this really the article that is that going to let me go? Come on. Aw, man. Okay, there's a little inset here that the conceptual penis as a social construct, and it says abstract. Anatomically, penises may exist, but as preoperative transgendered women also have anatomical penises, the penis vis-a-vis maleness is an incoherent construct. Well, incoherent probably because it does very little thinking, and the thinking that it does do is like, I smell pooty poo. We argue that the conceptual penis is better understood not as an anatomical organ, but as a social construct isomorphic to the performative toxic masculinity. Wow. Through detailed post-constructionalist discursive criticism and the example of climate change, this paper will challenge the prevailing and damaging social trope that penises are best understood as the male's sexual organ and reassign it a more fitting role as a type of masculine performance. Well, that's duh. If the masculine performance is fitting, who's gonna complain? Not me. Wow. Wow. That's, what? Okay, there's an article off to the side of this. Acquittal for man who argues his impressive penis was to blame for girlfriends. Should I go there? I mean, I'm already in the nether regions today. Thank you. Once again, a rusty trombone. Oh, I don't know. Excuse me. Wow, I got all choked up over that one. So, what's that? your response to a femtard trying to shovel that shit on me will be, so, that's, oh, that isn't the end, Beth? There's more, but wait, there's more? But, there's comments at the bottom. Well, hon, I didn't see any more to the article other than the comments. Oh, good Lord. Oh, I could just hang out on this page and just go to different links on this page. Because seriously, a professor claims that squirrels are subject to gender and racial bias. What? Do these people actually seriously get government grants for this shit? Oh, Lord. Okay. Number one comment on this. It's about time that honest academics start really getting into the fight. Yes, I know Professor Jordan Peterson has been doing just that for at least the past year, but he is the exception and not the norm. Norm! Oh, and I forgot Professor Janice Flamingo. She's been fighting against this type of postmodernism for quite some years. Thank you, dear. Am I missing something? I know I'm missing something, but moving along. Do I wait? Does that no, that just made that bigger. Oh, I just made it bigger. Okay. Which link do I want to go to? Do I want to go to the guy that just got acquitted for having an impressive penis? Or do I want to go to the celebs that are getting vajacials? And maybe you should... A vajacial? Is that like a vajayjay lift? No. I don't want any sharp implements coming anywhere near those nether regions. Thank you very little. Oh, academia, the best and worst of gender studies papers. That could be interesting. Public University creates Women's Gender and Sexuality Studies Department. Okay, so they have a class on how to masturbate. Wow, okay. Bill Nye the Science Guy, episode censored following gender controversy. So they aren't sure if Bill Nye is the science guy or not? Beth, am I missing something here? Oh no, I didn't go off to another. Yes, it is quite prolific, and it is quite, yeah. It's pretty funny. Sock, is that a conceptual penis? Oh, I'm gonna have to go there, y'all. I hope you know this. 'Cause it's like, what? I have curiosity. And it is piqued. Because I've been peeking. Oh, wow. Wow. Well. Obviously, Sock, that GIF that you shared. Wow. I don't think that gal that was playing in the conceptual penis game, I don't think she's a feminazi. No, I think she's a healthy woman is what I'm thinking. And I'm really surprised she didn't whip the blindfold off and just peek. I would have. Okay, now I got to find out what a vajacial is. Ah, man. This is see, this brings a whole new whack to whack-a-doodle, doesn't it? That's just whacked off. Okay, Urban Dictionary. A vajacial It's just what it sounds like. Oh, it's a facial. Oh. You look mighty tidy down there. Oh, God. Oh, Mother and I took advantage of the 2-for-1. Oh, that is one thing that I would never do with my mother. Ever. I love my mom dearly, and I truly am. I am great. I don't know what I would do without any of my siblings. And I try really, really, really hard to not think of the fact that there's 10 of us, so therefore she did that at least 10 times. So, no, I would not do that with my mom. I would not go get a Oh, no. No. Can't go there. What? Oh. Well, okay. 'Cause, yeah. I understand that, Sock. Oh, my. I'm afraid I would probably, moving along. Oh, I don't know which link. I don't want to go to the vajacial because, man, that just, I'm totally traumatized now about the whole going with your mom thing. No. I think I'll go and check out the squirrels. That's what I think I'll do. Because, man, they're just some things that, no. Okay, I got to check out what the rusty trombone is now. Before I go to the squirrel, because I'm having a squirrel moment anyway, so it may as well really just work it, right? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I'm going to go someplace that's really warm and really fun. I hope. Okay, a rusty trombone. To get rimmed whilst receiving a hearty Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Goldilocks ain't got nothing on me, Sock Puppet. Oh, wow. No, Rusty. Hi, Mr. Squirrel. Yes, you are pirating my mind, Sock. Okay, this is also from Heat Street. Seeing as how they have such fun links on the sides and on the Okay. A professor at California State Polytechnic University has penned an academic article claiming eastern fox squirrels are the victims of racialized, gendered, and speciesist media bias. Oh my God! How could that happen? The article is quite loftily titled, "When Angelino Squirrels Don't Eat Nuts, a Feminist Posthumous Politics of Consumption Across Southern California." Really? When Angelino Squirrels Don't Eat Nuts. Apparently, it was published in peer-reviewed Gender, Place, and Culture, a journal of feminist geography. They have their own geography now? What the hell? Did they go through the whole globe and decide to change the names of the countries? Ooh, country. In the article, Assistant Professor Teresa Bidart. Where do these people come up with these names? They're fun. Reddish-brown squirrels are suffering from anti-immigrant media bias. Egad! Apparently, Teresa wrote, given that the shift in tree squirrel demographics is a relatively recent phenomenon, this case presents a unique opportunity to question and re-theorize the ontological given of otherness that manifests, in part, through the politics whereby animal food choices come to stand in for both compliance and resistance to the dominant forces in human culture. I therefore juxtapose feminist post-humanist theories and feminist food studies scholarship to demonstrate how eastern fox squirrels are subjected to gendered, racialized, and speciest thinking in the popular news media as a result of their feeding/eating practices, their unique and unfixed spatial arrangements in the greater Los Angeles region, and the Western modernist human frame through which humans interpret these actions. So, humans are walking around checking out squirrels' nuts. How frickin' wrong can that be? I'm thinking that's pretty wrong. The paper argues that eastern fox squirrels, known as Easties, you're geographically challenged. Well, not challenged, but you're geographists. Ooh, that sounded wrong, didn't it? Apparently, they came to California a century ago and now are replacing less adaptable and native western gray squirrel in urban and suburban areas. Well, you know, the thing about gray, whether it be people or squirrels, you know, grays tend to go first. And I don't think using a bottle to color them really makes that much of a difference. But moving along, the spread. Oh, see, even the squirrels are spreading because they got to make room for their nuts, don't you know? The spread of brown squirrels in California apparently incited bigoted anti-immigration portrayal in the media. She was quoted journalist John Brannigan, who prefers native western gray squirrels to foreign brown squirrels. Ooh, you brownist! And described the newcomers as trash-eating, trumped-up rats and fast procreators with an appetite for everything. Apparently, the professor instantly identified anti-immigrant sentiment in the journalist's writing, claiming that people are otherizing the Easties by calling them non-native or even invasive animals. Invasive. Okay. So if I click the no, see, that doesn't do any good either. Those poor little squirrels. People are bitching about their nuts. It's just not right. Okay. What? Yeah, that's just really, really scary, Beth, that this really is going on in the ivory towers of upper educaption. It's like, wow. And people pay for the privilege of having that slop fed to them. They pay big money for that. You know, for just $19.95. I will feed them full of something and they will at least get a laugh out of it. And if they don't, well, obviously they do not have a sense of humor. That's all I got to say. Talis, are you triggered, honey? I'm checking over here in the corner pocket. Try to stay with the crowd so no one notices how crummy you look. I don't look crummy unless you're talking about what I ate earlier, and I do have a couple of crumbs. I was hoping that you didn't notice. Thanks, Talos. Brat. Okay. I'm not doing the vajackal thing. Okay. Wikipedia boss Jimmy Wales. We have a gender imbalance problem, and I'm eating. See, my brain has been invaded. I have a worm in my brain. Oh. Apparently he's editing articles. Well, let's see. What the hell are you doing there, Mr. Jimmy Wales? God, he looks like someone that hasn't been laid for a while. It's no wonder he's editing articles. You trying to get laid, hun, by a feminazi? Ain't gonna happen, sweetheart. Wow. Oh, hey, and 3 people are typing right now as we speak. Alrighty, I'm excited. Let me see. Did I save that one? Did I put it? Yes, I did. Okay, I already shared. What? Yeah, I've noticed that, Beth, that 1 out of 5. These people are nuts. They're just freaking... I mean, they are so nutty. Even squirrels won't grab them. You know, it's like the second Willy Wonka, the one with Johnny Depp in it, where Veruca Salt was the bad nut. That's kind of what these people are. These people are just a bunch of Veruca Salts wandering around. They're just not quite right. Okay, another one from Heat Street. God, I like this. I like this page. This is fun. From Jimmy Wales, from Wikipedia. I thought Wikipedia was supposed to be one of those places where, you know, people added to it and people did corrections. Who's this fuckweehead? Oh, F-bomb. Jimmy Wales, the founder of Wikipedia, oh, see, that's who he is, has fessed up to editing articles on the online encyclopedia to reverse what he refers to as the site's gender imbalance problem. Well, honey, you look like you have an imbalance, but, you know, far be it from me. Okay, I expressed it already. So, talking to Media Matters podcast, Wales revealed that he constructed a bookmark that directed him to the category British Women Novelists, and would edit articles until he changed web browsers and lost his bookmark. Wales said one of the things that I am aware of is that Wikipedia does have a gender imbalance problem, and that gender imbalance problem is reflected in the content in various ways. One of the specific ways is that if you look at novelists who have won important literary awards, you look at the female novelist and the male novelist tends to have much longer biographies. Somebody did a study showing this. Somebody did? Flasher, did you do a study showing that? And you know what? Maybe the reason why the biographies are longer is because men like to expand on themselves more than women do. Maybe women want to keep the mystery going. Or not. I can tell you that I know hundreds of Wikipedia editors. You really do? Well, I should hope so because, you know, you own the place. It is not because the male Wikipedia editors think that female novelists are not worth reading or are useless. It's an unconscious bias. How do you know it's a frickin' bias? You know, if you're looking for a bias, you're going to see a bias, even if there isn't a bias there. That's the way it works. You know, if you are looking for that, you are going to come up with any excuse possible to be able to see that. even if you have to manufacture it in your own little wee little brain. All you, I see a bias. Yeah, it's called two cheeks. If you don't have two cheeks on your ass, then you sit half-assed or lopsided. However you want to put that. Just saying. So naturally, it's a bi-ass. Duh. Unless they're saying that you got two asses, which that may mean the one on the shoulders as well. I really don't get into that. Never was that good at anatomy. I stopped at the parts that I liked. In any case, people write about the books they've read, and turns out there is a gender imbalance in the quality novels. Really? Maybe there's men out there that have a more vivid imagination than there are women. I don't know. I never really thought about it. I just thought, wow, that's a good book. Hey, that's a good book. I really didn't give a shit if it was a guy or a girl that wrote it. If it was a good book, it was a good book. I do have to say, though, that I have read a lot. Well, I really can't say a lot more because I've only read a couple of Harlequin romances. The first one was because, well, that was the only thing to read, and I was bored and needed something to read. And, yeah, didn't take long. And then the second one was because someone said, oh, this isn't like your typical Harlequin romance. I waited till all the way through that book and found out that yes, it was. And that pretty much, I'll try something once, and if I like it, I'll try it a second time. Or if I'm talked into it, I'll try it a second time. But usually, if I'm not real crazy about it after the second time, forget it. I ain't going there again. And that's kind of the way it was with them there Harlequin things. It's always guy treats girl like shit. Then here comes this hunky guy that sweeps her off her feet. And they're dumb. Oh well, my opinion. So, let's see, where is that? Where was I at? Okay. People write about the books. Let's see, they've read, and turns out there is a gender imbalance. Okay, yada, yada, yada. I already read that. So, there is such a thing as literature that is written by women and more read by women than men. Okay, yes, there is. It's called Harlequin romances. And those of us that actually have a real imagination, that actually goes to stories other than that, that can actually think of other things to occupy our imagination from time to time, we don't read those Harlequin romances. So, there. Let's see. It shouldn't be reflected as a bias in Wikipedia, though. And I thought I should, on a regular basis, take a look at these articles and click the page and just say, here's a short entry. I'll go and do 10 minutes of research and see if I can find some basic facts to add to the article. I've done things like that, and I think that's an interesting thing to do. Well, I'm happy for you, hon. I'm glad that you think that's an interesting thing to do, and it may very well be an interesting thing to do. But going out of your way to do that just because you think there's a gender bias is just a little fucked in the head. Wow. Apparently, Wales has previously been exposed, God, as having edited a wiki page on another website he co-founded to remove references to porn coverage. Ah! Among Wales's most recent gender-based edits have been removing a reference on the Wikipedia page of the novelist Marisha Pessl to her being included in an 11 of the hottest female writers in the world listicle Listicle? Are you guys, if you're going to make up words, at least make them fun sounding words. Listicle? Really? That sounds like a testicle that's listing to the side. Okay, just in my mind maybe, but still. And editing the entry of scientist Dr. Kiki Sanford to add in the first sentence of her entry that she is a neurophysiologist in addition to being a science communicator. Wales wrote, I was just comparing how we write about male versus female scientists in the public eye, stating that female scientists should have their professional qualifications in their first sentence of their entry, as is the common practice of their male counterparts. Okay, why is it just not in the first sentence for everyone, no matter what they identify as? That is a questionable thing. Wales concluded on the Media Matters podcast, the gender imbalance is important. And it's something we are trying to focus more on. Moron. But it's a tough problem, especially when you lose your bookmark. Oh, darn. And I thought I was the only one that did that because I'm kind of a tard when it comes to some of this shit. You're supposed to be a geek, and you lost your bookmark? Where is it tonight? Wow. Seriously, dude? Okay. I'm done with Heat Street. That pretty much done me in right there. Oy. Air fairy language? Ooh. Okay. Dang, trust number one. Kick some butt. Take some name. Oh, Beth, I do like sagas as well. Those are fun. Hi, Chatter29. Allah is doing what? Sun is not doing. Allah is doing. Oh. Okay, thank you, Chatter29. How interesting. What? Yes, Beth, it is the Great Dumb Down, and it's been working quite well, actually. And here's another one. I saw this over on Twitter. That's where I saw it. From numbersusa.com. Apparently it's a blog. Can a one-sided story lead to a more nuanced debate? Well, if I'm debating myself, it could very well be. I don't know how well you debate yourself, but if you're a master debater, then moving along. So, a story in the New York Times Magazine this week takes a long look at the movement to effectively end immigration limits. The headline, Is it possible to resist deportation in Trump's America? Probably. You can resist whatever you damn well please. Is it going to work? I don't know. Apparently, living under draconian state laws, activists honed an effective strategy for keeping undocumented immigrants in the country. Can the same tools work today? I don't know. Can they? Let's read on, McDuff. So, do one-sided, anti-enforcement stories like this move politicians toward or away from the goal expressed in the headline? I don't know. I don't pay attention. I just saw this and it piqued my interest. Given that the Dangleberry administration's policies are aimed at keeping 87% of unauthorized migrants in the country, that's a very soft way of saying people that snuck in under the radar. Which, if you want to come here, booyah. How about we just get rid of passports? How about we just do that? Make it to where you are free to move about the globe. Or the flat plane. However you view it. You're free to, it's kind of like when the pilot turns off the seatbelt sign in an airplane and says you are now free to move about the cabin? How about we just turn off the passport sign and say you are now free to move about? Check shit out. Go for it. Okay? If you get lost, tough shit. Sorry, my uterus is not a tracking device. In any case, one of the great lessons of the past 8 years is the Democrats are unreliable allies, willing to place other policy goals like the Affordable Care Act above the needs of the undocumented. Apparently a reader comments that it's the kind of sentence that gets my gall. Your gall? I don't have a gall. I wonder where you get those. Oh well. I'm a demon crap. And why shouldn't demon craps focus on policy goals for the majority of its constituents above the needs of undocumented immigrants? While I'm sympathetic to the plight that many are now facing, they need to be aware of their own part. No American has forced them into this situation. I also believe we should hold employers of undocumented immigrants much more accountable. Now I most definitely agree. If there are rules to this game and you are supposedly participating in the game, then goddamn it, don't be bending those rules and then going, well, I didn't know. I didn't know. Which, another thing that I find quite amusing is that all of these people are coming here for work. And yet I see more and more people talking about becoming expats and moving to Mexico. It's like, okay, the people in Mexico are coming here and we're going there. So is that like sharing? And if it is like sharing, then get rid of passports and erase that little dotted line that's on the map, because to hell. Okay, apparently this comment goes on to say, that said, the Democrats should beware of messaging on this issue. Again, I am a demon crap, as are many of my friends. At least everyone I know believes borders should be enforced and that current future illegal immigration should be controlled. I will agree with borders should be enforced. Like, the skin border to my body, I really don't want anybody encroaching on that without my permission. That is my border. The border that I call the walls to my house. If I do not invite you in, then you should not be able to encroach those borders. So I will go along with that as well. On those, yeah. No one I know also believes that this is a priority over other issues that are important to them. Contrary to what most Republicans think, from what I know, many demon craps I know firmly believe in the rule of law when it comes to illegal immigration from any country. It would be wise not to take our future for granted in critical looming elections. I don't vote demon crap because of this issue. Well, a self-professed demon crap that doesn't vote demon crap. Wow, that is interesting. Shitlery promised to go further than Dangleberry in permitting people in the country illegally to stay. Trumpelstiltskin campaigned on immigration enforcement and won over demon craps and Dangleberry voters on his way to electoral victory. In an interview the day after the election, POTUS Dangleberry said, "I'm going to be important for demon craps and immigration rights. And to recognize that for the majority of the American people, borders mean something." Yeah, they mean a fucking dotted line, and they mean a place where people can, the border is 60 miles away. But those of you that are, just minding your own business and driving parallel, which means alongside, B-side, 60 miles away, but parallel to the border, we're going to harass your ass because we have a shiny badge and we have guns. And we can do about it. So, apparently earlier this month, the New York Times identified currently attacking an invisible bug. In any case, when the media moves away from false frameworks, which is pro-immigration versus anti-immigration, the American people are revealed to be much more interesting than previously believed. Oh, really? Speaking on the podcast Left, Right, and Center last month, the opinion journalist Kelly Goff explored the media's immigration blind spot and the story that a lot of people missed. Those of us in media got a lot wrong in the last election, or selection is the way I look at it. But one thing I did see coming is that I did feel that there was a huge, which is if someone breaks the law only, quote unquote, once by coming into this country illegally, we should look the other way because the Dangleberry administration has decided that that's not a real crime. A lot of Americans don't agree with that. Well, there's an awful lot of things out there that I view as not a real crime, and yet people get nailed to the wall for them. The hell. The host of Left, Right, and Center, Josh Barrow, also wrote about the attitudes that turn off Democratic voters like the commenter above. In recent years, Democrats have come to talk about deportation in the same wrong-headed way Occupy Wall Street activists talked about foreclosure as a horrible, heartless thing to do, rather than something regrettably necessary in a nation of laws, which if you look at any other nation, and this is one of those things, they all say, we're going to bring the rest of the world to our standard of living. And what they don't tell you is when they're bringing the rest of the world to our standard of living, they're making it sound very altruistic, but it's so much easier to knock you down a few levels than it is to assist others and bring them up. And that's kind of what's been going on here. Okay, that's just a blurb. So I'll go ahead and share this as well. And yeah, there's an awful lot of supposed one-sided debates out there. It's like the Democrats and the Republicans are both arguing, but they're both saying the same damn thing. Both of them. It's just the way they word it. And their intent is the same as well. But it's the way they word it. Oh. It's just nonsense. Breakaway straps on the ark? You got an ark? What's a cubit? What? Okay, I'm moving. I'm scrolling up so I can check out what y'all have been talking about. Yeah. Owning the narrative. That's always, if. Okay, I'm going to close out. I'm going to go back to my pocket. See if I got anything else shoved in there that just might. Let's see. WikiBuy. There's a WikiBuy. What is WikiBuy? WikiBuy? I threw WikiBuy in my pocket. What the hell is WikiBuy? Well, let's check this out. From wikibuy.com, a blog may kingdom for a blog. Is Amazon actually giving you the best price? Not all the time. Not all the time. If you shop on Amazon under the impression that it has the best prices, then you're probably wasting a lot of money. Early adopter, deal hacker, penny pincher, you probably have friends like us. We're the first to download new shopping tools and find obscure coupons, and we're proud of it. After years of hacking online shopping, we decided to build a tool to do it all. WikiBuy. So when you shop on Amazon, WikiBuy instantly checks hundreds of other sellers and working coupons for the best price. Now listen, we love Amazon Prime. Free 2-day shipping is great. And like everyone else, we enjoyed not knowing how much it actually cost. Well, guess what? It isn't free to move atoms from one location to another, even though an atom is 80% energy. Seriously. You know, it's invisible, whatever, but it's basically, comprised of 80% energy. So it's not cheap to move all that energy around, or those atoms either. So here's how it works. Visit a product page on Amazon and WikiBuy automatically goes to work in the background. If a better offer is found, a notification will pop up in the lower left-hand corner of your window in less than 10 seconds. Ooh, you can save $10 on that Keurig. I already have one. Don't need to save bucks. WikiBuy shows you the final price of the item, including sales tax and shipping, and also notifies you of the delivery date. Sweet! So, if you want to buy an item with a better price, you can check out on WikiBuy too. The best part? You are guaranteed $15 off, even if there are complications with the order. So sometimes you need to order in 2 days, and in those instances, Amazon Prime is the answer. Though the reality is that if you waited just a few more days for even half of your orders, the monthly savings with WikiBuy would pay for your year-long Prime subscription. Sweet! Apparently, it's completely free, too. So I'm going to go ahead and share this link as well. This is when every once in a while stuff just pops up in my pocket. I know I didn't put it there, but hey. Okay, PB, what are you and Beth talking about? Did I miss a link? Miss a link. It's the missing link. Okay. One more perusal. Ah, that's why. It was a sponsored thing. Ah, see? I'm going to scroll way down. See if I can find something that I thought I was going to get to, and then I missed it. And nope. Okay. I'm going to go and check out, I think I'm going to check out Oopie. I haven't been to Oopie for a bit. I'm being fed by the machine. Yes, I am, Beth Z. Yes, I am. But, you know, as opposed to some people out there, I actually know I'm getting fed by the machine. And so, what do you mean? What do you mean? Come on, Oopie. What? Okay, Florida just plain can't hold the crown all the time, apparently. Wow. California wants to get into the mix as well. A California woman has a drawn-on beard. She's arrested for bank robbery. Well, if you're a fatty or you don't mind being bound, oh man, I just can't that thought of being. No, don't smoosh the girls. Don't smoosh. Well, okay, moving along. Police in California arrested a woman suspected of robbing a local bank on Tuesday while disguised with a drawn-on beard. That was a really good disguise there, honey. The ball cap and the dark sunglasses, you should have drawn on a few little fake hairs cropping up underneath that black t-shirt as well. Danville police shared a press release describing the incident, which occurred around 9:10 a.m. when the suspect entered the bank in West Danville wearing black pants, black shirt, a camouflaged backpack. Oh, well, there you go. How did they even see him? Because camouflaged backpack. And what appeared to be a painted-on beard. Police said the suspect entered the bank and handed the teller a note demanding money. Well, why not? Cops do it all the time. They call it a ticket. The suspect then fled the bank on foot and was last seen near the intersection of West El Pintado Road. Is that it? Pintado Road, okay? And Diablo Road. That was until she was apprehended by police. Officers identified the suspect as 36-year-old woman named Jennifer Ray McClary, and she was booked on charges of robbery and possession of a controlled substance at a local detention facility. So she had a controlled substance at a local detention facility? Alrighty. Obviously she did not get away with that either. Dang, it's almost 7:30. Time flies. Thanks for the bubbler, Rob Works. Puff, puff, pass. Oh, wow. Big ass graduation. Huh. So, do they have a separate graduation for small asses? For a little ass? Mini Papa Little Ass. That's used to what... Huh. Oh, I gotta do this one because, we gotta do heartwarming stories as well. Or at least I feel as though I need to. Also from Oopie, Pennsylvania fisherman saves baby bear from drowning. Aww, it's a cute little bear. He shared photos of perhaps his most unusual catch, a baby bear he found struggling to keep its head above water. Brad Meek said he was fishing near the James Creek boat launch at Raystown Lake in Bedford County when he noticed a block object? How about a black object? Bobbing up and down and floating toward his boat. When I first saw it, I thought it was a log. Then I saw it coming towards me. And I thought it was maybe just a beaver or something like that. Then it got closer and I looked at it and thought, holy crap, it's a baby bear. Seriously, he did say that. Holy crap, it's a baby bear. Meek said that the cub was struggling to keep its snout above water. And he said he plucked the baby out of the water and placed it next to him on the boat. Just as I was ready to grab it, I thought to myself, please don't bite me. But it was as calm as can be and didn't show any hostility toward me. Well, duh, it was probably scared and tired and just thankful that you were getting it out of the water. He said that the bear coughed out some water once it was safely in the boat and sat next to him as he rowed toward shore. He'd seen the direction it was swimming in and kind of figured that maybe if the mom swam across first, and because the baby was so little it was struggling, so I just figured she'd be up on the bank somewhere, so that's where I dropped it off, and figured hopefully they'd get reunited again. The Pennsylvania Game Commission cautioned the public not to interact with wild animals and to instead contact a wildlife official when an animal appears to be in distress, and we will be there 30 minutes after it's no longer in distress because, well, it's dead, so it's not distressing anymore. Idiots. Don't do anything. If you see someone struggling, if you see someone in trouble, for God's sake, don't do anything. Lord. Okay. Well, Oopie didn't look like it had a whole hell of a lot of... Why are you giving me that nonsense? Opera. Don't give me no static. Close that one too. Okay, Fark. Fark. Only in Merca. Apparently, a Texas sheriff blames Manchester attack on bad people. And by bad people, he means the stupid politically correct British people who disarmed their citizens and let that guy in. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Well, and actually, the people that allowed themselves to be disarmed. If you don't want to own a gun, don't own a gun. Because the gun is not the only weapon out there. You can use a hammer. You can use a wrench. You can use a knife. You could use a slingshot. You can use just about anything as a weapon. Just about. And I'm sure there's someone out there that will figure out a way to weaponize just about. Absolutely crazy. So, newsflash. DOJ, Attorney General Jefferson Beauregard Sessions III did not disclose Russia meetings when applying for his security clearance. BFD. Under their asinine category, Grandma flees hit and run, causes second accident down the road, tells officers she drank half a pint of vodka. Oh, and those are her grandchildren in the backs. Oh, you know I'm going to have to go there. You know I am. Because I'm a Grammy. And I do occasionally imbibe on the vodka, although for the most part it gets used for making cleaning supplies, but every once in a while I have a little sip. Or 2 or 3. But that's usually it, and then I'm ready to go conk out somewhere. So, what is this? From KFOR.com. In Oklahoma City, no less. See, now up here in Kansas, we always say that they got dumb dirt down there in Oklahoma City. And when the wind blows out of the south, we got all that damn dumb dirt invading us. So, an Oklahoma City grandmother's dangerous stunt on a highway landed her in handcuffs. Wow. Okay. Police say it all started when Tamiko Ward crashed into another car on Southeast 29th Street and I-35. Holy shit, I've been down I-35. It's a freaking crazy road. Ward took off and the driver of the other vehicle followed her. At Southeast 31st Street and Shields, another incident occurred. Officials say that they found Ward allegedly drunk behind the wheel. She reportedly told police that she drank half a pint of vodka, and to make matters worse, her 2 grandchildren, ages 4 and 7, were in the back seat. People from the previous accident were injured and had to be taken away by ambulance. Ward was taken to the Oklahoma County Jail, but is now out. She is facing charges of child endangerment, fleeing the scene of the accident, and DUI. Dippity-doo-dah. You jeez, oh Pete. I will admit, alcohol is way worse than marijuana. Do what? Poo. Oh, okay. Why can you not feel your fingers? Ah, ooh, that sucks, trust number one. You ding dong. You know what? You know what you use for super glue if you're stuck? Nail polish remover. Does work. Okay. Let's see, where else? Oh, let's check out this dumbass award. So if a stranger from the internet wants to buy your used iPhone for $450, but only has $500 in $100 bills and needs change, maybe look at the bills he's giving you before you give him the money and the phone. Okay, that's just a dumbass. I'm not even going to go there. How about this one? A woman knew something was fishy when her neighbor was hiding the founders of the Mormon church in her garage. What? What? Oh, good Lord. Why would you want to do that? Apparently from KUTV.com, Joseph Smith and Brigham Young found when police tip or when public tips alert police to stolen statues. In West Jordan, Utah, a West Jordan woman spotted Joseph Smith and Brigham Young in the back of a truck and called police, as did others in the area, because you know them Church of the Latter-day Saints kind of people, they don't cotton too well to people that steal statues, don't you know? The founder of the LSD or LDS, okay. The founder of the LDS church, although LSD church sounds a hell of a lot better, and the man who led them west to Utah were paired in a statue that was stolen overnight Monday from Salt Lake City. Surveillance footage caught 3 men and a woman loading the approximately 800-pound statue on a trailer and taking it away. They were just going to buff it up. And they were going to do it at night because they didn't want anybody to miss it. So they thought they would just take it at night and take it home and buff it really good, get all that bird shit off of it, and then they'd bring it back the next night. That's their story, and they're sticking to it. Apparently Tuesday, Michelle Wilson saw the statue and said that she believed one of her neighbors was trying to hide the sculpture in a garage. No, it was just in there so they could clean it. Jeez. You people are always looking for a crime when there really isn't one. What the hell? That wasn't much of an article, was it? Nah. Scratch and sniff? Trust no glue. What? Oh, goodness. Oh, see how you are, P. Bunyan. I see how you are. Okay, I am going to, before it gets too much later, I'm going to go check out the pig. I do not know what is going on here, but it's pissing me off. Don't do it, don't do it. I'm going to, Dawn. I'm going to go check out the pig because I want to be politically incorrect. As if, it's something that I have to aspire to. Okay, the word of the day or phrase of the day, however you wish to look at it. Social media. It's a region of cyberspace where correctnik cretins wind up howling progtard whip up howling progtard mobs from their safe spaces in mommy's basement. Ah, I did not know that. Thank you ever so much, Hambo. I'll have to remember that. In their quotable quotes section, the children of Manchester are pulling pieces of other humans' flesh out of their hair, and people are worried about Islamophobia. That's from Claire Lehman. That's a rather graphic image, don't you think? Today's question: if some marauding moonbat pinned a cultural appropriation label on your favorite eatery, would you care? No. No, I would not, because if the food is good and the service is good and they treat their help good, then I'm going to go there. Even if it is a little on the pricey side. In the tasty tidbits, a lawyer who had a wife and 12 children needed to move because his rental agreement was terminated by the owner who wanted to reoccupy the home. But he was having a lot of difficulty finding a new house. And when he said he had 12 children, no one would rent a home to him because they felt the children would destroy the place. He couldn't say he had no children because he couldn't lie. We all know lawyers cannot and do not lie. So he sent his wife for a walk to the cemetery with 11 of their kids. He took the remaining one with him to see rental homes with the real estate agent. He loved one of the homes and the price was right. The agent asked, "How many children do you have?" And he answered, 12. And the agent asked, "Well, where are the others?" Necessary to lie. One only has to choose the right words, and don't forget, most politicians are unfortunately lawyers. Wow. Don't that just ring a bell? Like a bell that, what's his name? In the bells in Nostradam. Dong, dong. Wow, 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 wow. That definitely describes. Yeah. So, here you go. Here's some more fun stuff for you. My mom used to cut chicken, chop eggs, and spread mayo with the same cutting board, with the same knife, and no bleach. But we did defrost hamburger on the counter. And I used to eat it raw sometimes too, which I know people that do that. Our school sandwiches were wrapped in wax paper in a brown paper bag, not in ice pack coolers. But I can't remember getting E. coli. Well, that's because they're dodging with things. And actually, another reason is because we do not have healthy digestive tracts. Therefore, we cannot fight off E. coli. If you had a healthy digestive system, that little bit of E. coli that's probably on an awful lot of stuff out there just naturally, you would be able to deal with it. But no, it's the other crap that you eat that takes down your digestive tract, and therefore it can't combat what it needs to combat. So, almost all of us would have rather gone swimming in the lake instead of a pristine pool. No beach closures then, no, but now we got all kind of bacteria and all this other fun shit that's gonna kill you. It's gonna kill you. The term cell phone would have conjured up a phone in a jail cell. And a pager was the school PA system. Now, see, that's old school. That's, back in my day. So basically, yeah, if you're under 25, you won't understand a lot of these. We all took gym, not PE, and risked permanent injury with a pair of high-top Keds only worn in gym instead of having cross-training athletic shoes with air-cushioned soles and built-in light reflectors. I can't recall any injuries, but they must have happened because they tell us how much safer we are now. Yeah, for a price. You are much safer now for a price. I gotta see, my phone is going off, and I gotta see, what's going on here? Just a sec. That's what's going off. Okay. It's 73 degrees outside. Oh, crazy women. It's crazy women friends of mine. Okay. What's that, B? Yes, the use of antibacterial sprays and clothes, yeah. There's entirely too many people that have not allowed their children to go out and play in the dirt. Not that it's necessarily a safe thing to do with all the crap that they're putting in the sky, but I mean, cripes, when we were kids, there's a lot of things that we did as kids that if you did it nowadays, somebody would be going to jail. There'd be an awful lot of people that would be in the hospital, and you'd be pumped full of all of this nasty ass medicinal shit that is just there to manage your dis-ease. Okay, where's I at? Oh, flunking gym was not an option, even for stupid kids. So I guess PE is much harder than gym. When I was in high school, all 4 years I took gym class, PE class. Why? Because it was a PUD class, and because it was over the lunch hour, and because we had open lunch hour, and so, we would have PE, and then we would come back, and we would shower, and then we would have our 20 minutes for lunch. And it's like, I'm all clean, and now I can go a couple blocks down and get me a snow cone, or, whatever. Didn't have to eat the cafeteria food if I didn't want to, although the food was a lot better back then as well. Okay, so speaking of schools, we all said prayers and sang the national anthem. And staying in detention after school caught all sorts of negative attention. I know. I think I only got detention twice. But it was worth it. Oh, we must have had horribly damaged psyches, because what an archaic health system we had then. Remember the school nurses? Yeah. That had to call mom and dad to make sure it was okay if they gave you an aspirin. Because, aspirins are harder on your system than, marijuana. That cannabis stuff. Maybe if they made cannabis pills, marijuana pills, and dispensed those instead of aspirins, then maybe you wouldn't have to. No, I'd still want them to call. Because I'd say, I have a headache too. Can I have one? Oh, yeah. Let's see. Hey, we played King of the Hill on piles of gravel left on vacant construction sites. And when we got hurt, Mom pulled out the 48-cent bottle of mercurochrome. Yeah, kids liked it better because it didn't sting like iodine, which is true. And then we got our butt spanked. So, as if we weren't already hurting, then they made the backside hurt as well. Unless the boo-boo was on the backside, and then you got a double dose of backside boo-boo. Now a trip to the emergency room, followed by a 10-day dose of a 99 bottle of antibiotics, and then Mom calls the attorney to sue the contractor for leaving the horribly vicious pile of gravel where it was such a threat and enticement to small children. Let's see. Here we go. Here's this date in history. So, the 24th of May, 1846, Mexicans try to be thrilled when General Zachary Taylor sets up vacation home in Monterrey, Mexico, and brings U.S. Army with him. Yes. It was a matter of national security, though, and we were just bringing democracy. This date in history, the 24th of May, 1866. A dude named George Berkeley Bishop of Cleon had his good name sullied when it's applied to a Korechnik... Excuse me, wow, that made me sneeze. A Korechnik blight called Berkeley Mexifornia. Oh, wow. And finally, this date in history, the 24th of May, 1899, when the first auto repair shop opens for business in Boston, Mr. Goodwrench tells the bloated Speedo-wearing lib to fit his ride with platoons or pontoons. Well, I'm thinking Speedo-wearing lib. No, don't want to picture that. Let's see, I have a few more. Hey, I'm just going to pick this out of their top story. It's a little blurb called Life Without Consequences. Really? If you insist that a life without consequences is impossible, I tend to agree, more or less. In the so-called real world, actions have consequences. That is still the case for rational adults. But for progtards, the over-the-cliff lefties are a different story. Apparently, progtards, by their very nature, are not rational, and they like it that way. They don't experience life the way a rational adult does. For progtards, reality is fluid and therefore under constant revision, which actually it is because every moment is a new reality. But I digress. They change/redefine it to suit their immediate needs. There are no consequences for them, because if their actions do spawn any of them, those things, those adverse results, they simply ignore them. And at the same time, they will lie about the cause/effect relationship between their action and the change it spawned. Yeah, because, it's not, it's the whole Urkel attitude. Did I do that? Yes, you did. Let's see. Oh, we have snowflakes in attendance as well. Apparently, many attended cesschools with protected inmates to the ridiculous degree with draconian zero-tolerance policy. They didn't encounter any disturbing knowledge because their school jettisoned education, replacing it with progtard indoctrination. True statistic. The snowflakes have exterminated free intellectual inquiry in ivory towers from sea to shiny sea. How? Trigger warnings, microaggressions, a frontal assault on the free exchange of ideas. This is at the first hint of enlightenment. They flee for the pablum-fueled serenity of the nearest safe space. Ivory towers have devolved into insanely expensive daycare centers. That, right there, I agree with wholeheartedly. They are extremely expensive daycare centers. And that's pretty much it. Very, very little education goes on in most of those places. Let's see here. What else do they have? Oh, Bammy Care. Let's check that one real quick. I have a little bit of time. Its stated purpose is to give health care to the small portion of the population. This would be done, allegedly, without disrupting our arguably excellent health care system while driving costs down. Health insurance market. Millions of Americans lost their coverage. Actually, technically, more lost coverage than the number that they said would be covered by this. Healthcare in USA is fucked. The primary reason? Elected tormentors. Lives are free of consequences. It's a fun fact that nobody is holding their feet to the fire on it. Except now. Have you seen some of those fun little town hall meetings? Also, have you seen the smirky looks on their smug little elected tormentor faces? I would love to see that smug look smacked off. No, I don't necessarily condone violence, but there are times when a smug look just flat ass needs to be smacked off. Apparently, Barry's entire does a very good Urkel impersonation. He may even lie about what was done. He might lie and insist that nothing was done. He'll silence critics on the right by calling them racists. And in too many instances to count, he'll do all of the above. He'll do all of the above and then do a 180 and keyboard kitty kitty. So, y'all been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3. Also on the RLMradio.xyz site, the RLM TuneIn radio station, the RLM Internet radio station, or maybe even the RLM Spreaker channel. I am your hostess, Grammy Mary, and it has been most definitely a Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday for this old broad. I will be back on Friday for the FREEKER Friday edition of Grammy's Rocket Chair. And I hope y'all really had a good time this evening. I know I had an awful lot of giggles and thankfully no shits. So y'all have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. And I hope your shit day, sure happy it's Thursday, is just as splendiferous. And I'll catch